Have you ever looked up at the night sky and felt a strange sense of incompleteness? Like you're seeing the middle of a movie, but you missed the first 10 minutes? We know the universe started with a big bang, a massive, hot, dense point that exploded into everything we see today. But what happened before that? What was there before time, before space, before anything? It's the ultimate cosmic cliffhanger. And today, we're going to flip back to the prequel chapter. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just question whether our universe is the only one. So, let's start with something we all understand, a question. Asking what was before the Big Bang sounds simple enough. It's like asking what's north of the North Pole. The problem is, the question itself might be broken. According to Einstein's theory of general relativity, space and time are woven together into a single fabric, space-time. The Big Bang wasn't just an explosion in space. It was the explosion of space and time itself. So, asking what came before is a bit like trying to stand on the other side of a mirror. The rules just don't apply there. The Big Bang marks the beginning of time as we know it. So before is a concept that might not even exist. For a long time, that was the standard answer from physicists. Don't ask, it's a meaningless question. But science loves a good mystery, and some scientists just couldn't let it go. And that's where things start to get really weird. Alright, let's dive into the rabbit hole. Our first stop is what we could call the bouncing universe. Imagine our universe is like a giant cosmic lung. It inflates with the Big Bang, expands for billions of years, and then, instead of expanding forever, gravity eventually pulls everything back together. It collapses in on itself in a big crunch, getting hotter and denser until, boom, it bounces back in a new Big Bang. In this model, our universe is just one in an infinite cycle of births and deaths. What came before our Big Bang? The final moments of a previous collapsing universe. Now, here's a wild fact for you. If this is true, the information from the previous universe might not be entirely lost. Some theories suggest that faint, ghosts or imprints from the last cosmos could be detectable in the cosmic microwave background radiation, the oldest light in our universe. It's like finding a faded photograph of your universe's parents. But wait, it gets weirder. What if the Big Bang wasn't a bounce, but a collision? This brings us to our second layer, string theory and the idea of branes. Now, don't worry. String theory is famously complex, but the core idea is simple. Imagine that our entire three-dimensional universe is just a flat sheet, or a brane, short for membrane. Now, picture our brain floating in a higher dimensional space, like a single page in a massive, invisible book. According to one version of this theory, called the ekpyrotic model, our Big Bang was caused when another parallel universe, another brane, collided with ours. Think of it like two giant hands clapping in a higher dimension. That cataclysmic impact released a tremendous amount of energy, resetting the cosmos and kicking off the expansion we see today. So, what was before the Big Bang? Two separate, cold, empty universes, drifting silently towards each other for an eternity before their fateful meeting. Here's your second wow fact. In this model, the Big Bang isn't a beginning at all, but just a dramatic event in a much larger, older, and stranger reality. Now for our final and most mind-bending layer, the quantum foam. Let's go to the smallest possible scale. Down here, in the realm of quantum mechanics, reality is fuzzy. The law of conservation of energy, that energy can't be created or destroyed, gets a little flexible. For incredibly tiny moments, particles of energy can pop into existence from literally nothing, as long as they disappear back into nothing almost instantly. Physicists call this chaotic fizz of appearing and disappearing energy quantum foam. So, what if nothing isn't really empty? What if nothing is this bubbling quantum foam? Some physicists, like the late Stephen Hawking, proposed that our entire universe could be one of these quantum fluctuations. For some reason, one of these tiny energy bubbles didn't disappear. It borrowed a huge amount of energy from the vacuum, and instead of paying it back right away, it underwent a rapid, insane inflation, the Big Bang. It basically created a universe on cosmic credit. In this view, universes could be bubbling up out of nothingness all the time, creating a vast multiverse of pocket realities, each with potentially different laws of physics. Before our Big Bang, there was simply potential. An infinite ocean of possibility where universes are as common as bubbles in boiling water. So what does this all mean for us, here on this tiny rock orbiting an average star? It fundamentally changes our place in the cosmos. Whether our universe is one in an eternal cycle of bounces, the result of a cosmic fender bender between dimensions, or just one bubble in an infinite foam, it suggests we are part of something much, much bigger. It takes us from being the center of everything to being a tiny, fleeting part of an unimaginably vast and ancient process. It's both humbling and incredibly exciting. It means that the laws of physics that govern our lives might just be the local bylaws of our cosmic neighborhood. And somewhere out there, other universes might exist with entirely different rules. Our beginning might not have been the beginning, just *A* beginning. So, let's recap. We started with a question that seemed to break the rules of physics. What was before the Big Bang? We explored the idea of a big bounce, where our universe is one in an endless cycle of expansion and collapse. Then we dived into the wild world of string theory, where our universe was born from the collision of two higher-dimensional branes. And finally, we considered the possibility that our entire existence is just a quantum fluctuation that popped out of the nothingness of the quantum foam. From a meaningless question to a multiverse of possibilities. But this journey leaves us with one final haunting thought. If other universes exist and they can have different physical laws, how lucky are we to live in this one? The one with just the right conditions for stars, planets, and us to exist. What do you think? Are we living in a cosmic bounce house, the aftermath of a dimensional crash, or just a lucky bubble? I really want to know your theory, so let's hash it out in the comments below. And if you enjoyed getting your mind bent into a pretzel today, do us a favor and smash that like button and subscribe to Sciences in Facts. We're decoding the universe, one mystery at a time. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.